What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another Toy Room review. Today we're taking a look at the World of Nintendo Skull Kid figure from the Legend of Zelda series. So we'll take a look at the packaging, same thing we all know and expect here. So you got the green background, letting you know it's part of the Legend of Zelda series with this image of Link from Wind Waker. Then you got the image of Skull Kid right here. And you see the Wind Waker logo right there, which is kind of confusing because Skull Kid is from not Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. So that's kind of off-putting there, so I don't know why they did that. But then you see the Majora's Mask, like actual mask right there. Then coming to the back, you see some different poses you can get the figure in, and then the other figures from this wave, which I've already reviewed. Slippy, Toad, I have already opened and everything, so I didn't do a review on him. Zelda's coming up shortly, and I passed on the Cat Mario. So pretty basic package. So let's go ahead and get it out of the packaging, and then we'll take a closer detailed look at them. Alright, so here is the figure out of the packaging. I do have a lot of complaints about the figure just straight out of the packaging, but we'll get into that in a second. First, we'll take a look at the accessory that he comes with. So he does come with the signature mask from the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's very, very nice, very vibrant, very colorful. The paint is pretty clean all the way around. Little nicks here and there, but for the most part, I really, really like the paint. And there you can see the inside of the mask, see that black mark right there. So we'll put the mask on after we take a close look at the actual figure itself. So taking a look at the figure, it's basically a blown up version of the smaller scale one, I believe the 2.5-inch one. They're basically identical. But again, I love that figure. I love this figure as far as the details. Looks really great, nice bright vibrant colors all the way through. You got the nice browns, the dark browns with the bright oranges and lime green going all the way through. Come in here. So very, very nice. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see here. You see the wobbliness in that arm. All the joints on this figure feel really fragile, and this is just straight out of the packaging, just wobbles like that. So we'll take a look at the articulation. I wish they would have did stronger, maybe thicker joints, because the joints are pretty thin. But with the articulation, the head can move left and right. The arms can move forward and back. They can't do a full 360 because of this hat piece right here. And they also go in and out. There is a bend here, right there at the elbow, but again, let's see how close we can get of this. It's a very thin joint, and it feels like it's going to break on me every time. But you do have that bend there. You also have the bend at the wrist, and there's also a swivel at the elbow. You have waist rotation right there. The legs can move forward and back. The left one definitely moves a lot more than the right one does on this figure for me. And they can also do the splits, but again, the left side, or I guess the right side, depending which way you're looking at it, this leg definitely comes out more than this one. And then you have a swivel or a rotation, and you have up and down movement and ankle pivot that's very, very tight on this, doesn't really want to stay. So overall, the articulation, it's good, but the joints aren't strong enough, so they feel really wobbly. It's hard to get them to stand sometimes because the wobbliness of the legs, if we can see here. But let's see, here we go. So he's tumbling over, and see how his knees just kind of just gave out right there. So you do have to mess around with it. It is a very fragile figure, and that's my biggest complaint with it. And he does not want to cooperate right now. But you can see these two indentions right here in the face, and you got the two tabs right here on the mask. So you just plug that in. Let's see if we can get it to cooperate. There we go. So you just plug it in like so. You do have to stretch the tabs out a little bit. They're kind of, I guess, warped from the packaging. But it looks okay. It looks, head on, it looks very nice, but from the side it looks a little odd. But head on, it does look very nice. So I do like, at least detail wise, the paint and everything like that. I love how this figure looks. And I forgot to mention the orange little tunic piece is a separate piece, and there are slits on the side. So it's a soft, pliable material to help with the articulation. All right, and for comparison, here is the 4.5-inch figure compared to its, I believe, 2.5-inch scale. They're basically identical. This one is more of a statue, doesn't have any articulation. This one does, but the articulation sucks. And this one never stood up on its own. This one, after messing around with it, you can at least get them to stand up on its own. So other than that, they're basically identical figures. Alright you guys, so there is my review on the Jakks specific World of Nintendo Skull Kid figure from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Overall, I don't know, I'm pretty let down with this figure, mainly because of the articulation. It would have been a perfect figure if they had stronger, tighter joints, but the joints out of the packaging were just so loose and so wobbly, and it's hard to get them to stand sometimes, and I feel like anytime I'm posing them around, it's going to break. So just be careful with that. It is a delicate figure, but the details on the figure, the sculpt work, and the paint and everything are great, so that does have that going for it. But that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for more. I got some more World of Nintendo Zelda figures specifically coming up, and also an Animal Crossing figure as well. So stay tuned for that. Check out all my other reviews if you haven't. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.